Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And I just wanted to wish all of you happy holy days. And I really appreciate all of your support. You know, we're going to get into our topic because we're talking about the fire in our souls. And what better prophet to demonstrate and exhibit the fire that's in our souls better than Prophet Abraham. And there are many prophets, but these are my favorite prophets. So I'm going to give you the exemplary behavior and conduct of Prophet Abraham, where his father was going to attack him. And we have Surah 6, I believe it's 6 and 64, 6 and 74 in the Holy Quran, where his father was being questioned by him. His father Azar was being questioned by Abraham. Is it idols that you're worshiping? And the father went on to say, well, you don't like my gods? I'm gonna unalive you. I'm gonna do something to you. So we have this understanding that Abraham said, well, let me go on away from you, and when he went over there with those idols, he started breaking those idols with the right hand. You chosen ones got to be careful of that right hand, because it's been 2 prophets that let me know that that right hand is something else. You can break down something. You can unalive people with that right hand. So be careful with your right hand, whoever that is for. So we have this understanding that when people who want to sacrifice you, and I have told you this on several occasions, but I wanted to give you this from the example of the holy books, that they will allow people to sacrifice you. They will allow people to harm you. So this was the case of Abraham's father Azar, allowing the people that he was with in the town. They were all worshiping idols. And now we have Abraham coming to say, oh no, we're going to worship God. What do you think about the Lord of the worlds? You're supposed to be worshiping God. And so now his father is attacking him. And I don't know how many of you who have been through this, where you have been the black sheep, you have been the scapegoat of your family, and your family has allowed other people in your family, in your community, acquaintances, their friends, to attack you so that you're in control. They have tried to sacrifice you to their gods. They have promised you, your energy, your blessings, your life to their gods. And so therefore, this is why, his father Azar, Abraham's father Azar, he became very upset and angry. And this is what the understanding is, that when those people who are using manipulation, who are trying to sacrifice you, they usually raise their vibration with anger, and they will try to attack you with violence when they cannot make good on their promise to sacrifice you. So this is what we have an understanding that is, witchcraft, that is manipulation, anything that someone is trying to control you, and you have no knowledge of that. You have no knowledge of why they're angry with you, why they want you to submit to their way. They cannot give you a reasonable answer. They answer like everyone else. They want you to be the same as everyone else. So these are our examples that we have from the holy books of, them trying to sacrifice Prophet Abraham. Peace be unto Prophet Abraham. So we don't want to allow these types of attacks to move forward in our lives. And so we see Abraham saying that, okay, I'm going to leave. He was very respectful. He was, he demonstrated the type of respect that we have to demonstrate for our parents, to our parents, whether they are right or wrong. Let me just move away from you if you say you're going to unalive me. Let me go ahead and go on about my business because y'all have tried to unalive me. The attacks that you have sent, the vibration that you have raised with anger against me, you're trying to attack me with violence. You're trying to attack me with the evil eye in order to make good on your promise to your entity, to your idols. So when we have this level of disrespect towards a chosen one, you have to separate yourself. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it is your father, if it is your mother, if it is, the person that has been allowed to take care of you, your orphan caregiver. When you have been allowed to see the entity, the persons that are demonically possessed, when you have been allowed to see them for who they are, that they have attachments, that they have hired spirits to, attack you, that they are trying to trauma bond you to a negative entity, to keep your mind in lack, to send psychic attacks upon your mind. These are the types of stories that we have that give us the fire in our soul, that we are to have the utmost good character. We are to have the best behavior and say, okay, you can go ahead and worship your idols. I'm going to go ahead and move away over here. But we're also able to have a sense of humor, again, about this entire thing. Watch that right hand, guys, because if you throw, that uppercut, that Mike Tyson uppercut on people's, idols and the things that they're worshiping, and you break their idols, they're going to try to attack you. They're going to attack you with violence. When you let them know that right hand is dangerous, they're going to attack you, in the worst possible way, as we see with our prophet Abraham, where they tried to burn him. They tried to burn him in a furnace. Okay. So we have these understandings that there are people who want to sacrifice you to their entities, and they become very angry and upset when they cannot carry out their mission, especially if they are parents, especially if they want you to submit to them because of their age, because of, they were doing these types of behaviors and acts before you were born, and they're going to try to use the things that they have, materialism, in order to bring you into a low vibrational state, in order to bring you under control. So, this is why you should be very aware of your surroundings, the people who are sending out these negative frequencies. And, in my videos this week, I'm going to tell you what you can do about these people that try to continually sacrifice you from a child, to those people who try to, bring you into a submissive state so that they can control your gifts, so that they can control your mind, so that they can do what they want with your blessings, and they have, destiny swap with you, and they have trauma bonded you to a negative entity in order to sacrifice you to their idols, to the negative entity that they believe in. They are in alignment with the shayateen. So we have to be very aware of what we do with ourselves. Once we have this information, we must separate. You can start the process of cleansing yourself. Once you start the process of cleansing yourself by telling these people the truth, like Prophet Abraham, again, peace be upon Prophet Abraham. He was telling them the truth, and they were angry and upset. And they said, if you do nothing at all, let's get this kid and let's burn it. And just look at him. So, we love this story. This story gives us, great character that, Abraham wasn't standing there arguing back and forth with him. He was breaking them down, baby. He was doing it to him. And they were upset. The father was upset because he seen them for who they were. And he started to cleanse that negative energy. And I wanted you guys to have this story and the fire that, is in our souls. That, God doesn't change the condition of a people until we change it ourselves. And sometimes that means telling the truth to our elders, our parents, and then backing it up by moving away from them. So I hope that you received this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. You can book your one-on-one consultations with me. Book your life coaching sessions so I can acclimate a gift to you for those negative entities who are attacking you with violence and trying to sacrifice you or trauma bond you in relationships. So I thank all of you for your support. Leave a comment for me. Donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.